Hello, welcome to the first episode of a new series that I call Teen Titans Classic in parentheses New Teen Titans Era. This is episode 1. And in this episode, we're just going to go over just one story, in a way, one issue. And it's the sneak preview story from DC Comics Presents number 26. Take a look at this gorgeous looking cover. Now the cover for this particular issue is done by, this is into the contents, it's done by Dick Giordano. I think it's, he does the cover art for this issue. And I think he might do issue 2 or maybe George Perez, I don't know. Yeah. Basically, this sneak preview story is the start of the new Teen Titans era. This is where it starts. The story opens with Robin Robin assisting the police with a hostage situation going on in Star Labs in New York City. Yes, New York City. There's some sample artwork by George Perez, who, by the way, he remains the artist for this series for a long period of time. And then somehow he tries to go in, and then someone else was head, and we cut to where Robin is standing near Wonder Girl, and he's standing in front of Titan's Tower, or what will become Titan's Tower. Yeah, this is what the tower it looks like, and this is the tower throughout this era, which they will be having their base operations. And then we see Robin go into Titan's Tower. You see some. This is actually their meeting room, which will be used throughout the whole entire era of this particular tower. And this is the lineup. This is kind of like a brief image of their lineup. Yeah, they actually use this. This particular room is used the entire time. This is just a sneak preview of it. You get images on the wall, who the members are. Then we turn to seeing Cyborg for the first time. Yes. In case you all are wondering, what the heck did Cyborg look like when he made his debut? This is his first ever appearance. This panel right here is the first time that Cyborg himself shows up. And then we move on down and we see Starfire in the next panel. Another character makes her first ever appearance. And then we see the return of Kid Flash. Now, I will talk about later what happened before this. And then 3 panels later, another character shows up. It's Raven, making her first ever appearance. At the time, this was her first ever appearance. Robin is still confused. Most of the time, he is confused. And then we see debut of at least one more new character. Who is this character? This is Silas Stone, the father of Cyborg, who, by the way, he did make his first ever live-action appearance in Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice in a video, where we see Raven showing everybody pretty much what's going on with Silas Stone. Then Beast Boy changes into, shows off his changing abilities, though in this era he's referred to as Changeling. I've read here the introduction, the reason why they changed it, because apparently not a lot of people like the name Changeling, despite the fact when people think of this character, they call him Beast Boy. Yes, despite the fact during this era he's called Changeling, some people might refer to him as still Beast Boy. And everybody goes out from their headquarters and they take on this glob-looking thing. Yeah, this glob-looking thing. And of course, everybody attacks it. Cyborg is falling off a building, well, gripping onto it, and then pretty much the thing ends with Robin apparently is outside, and he gets up to he manages to use his grappling hook and gets up to the top of the building and sees the this protoplasm, which was in his hallucination. Yeah, it's a hallucination. And apparently he sees, you cut to seeing Wonder Girl, Kid Flash, Changeling, and Cyborg fighting it on this page. And then you see more fighting. This fight goes on for a few pages. Eventually they do defeat it, and then all of a sudden cuts away to seeing Robin being face to face with Silas Stone, and everybody gets out of the building. And then and pretty much after they defeat the creature, we see Cyborg having resentment toward his father. It's explained in his origin story exactly why he resents his father. And of course, Silas tells him that this is his son. And then it cuts away to, says, "You did it, Robin." He says, "Oh no, not again." Like something up in there, and everyone gets freed. And then somehow he meets Silas Stone out of this hallucination, and there he is, full color. And then you see Robin walking away, confused what just happened. And we see Raven in the shadows, and then the issue ends with, quite obviously, let's see, the beginning. Nice way to end the issue. Alright. Excuse me. Overall, what did I think of this particular issue? This particular sneak preview. It's a good starting off point. Now, prior to this, about 2 years prior to the start of this story, the Teen Titans had actually disbanded in the final issue of the first volume of the series, which I will be doing a retrospective of that soon. I decided to do on Teen Titans because I've got the books here, right now. I figured out why not. This is a great start to an awesome era for the Teen Titans. And one of the reasons why I have a theory, and a lot of people probably believe me on this, that the reason why the Teen Titans was brought back was to help compete with the Uncanny X-Men, which is quite possibly, at this period of time, one of Marvel's highest selling titles. The whole point of this series was to compete with the X-Men. That's the whole point of it, just to compete with the X-Men. And overall, this is a nice way to do introduction. Now, Marv Wolfman explained to one of the introductions today. He actually went to this as a proposed. He proposed this series to the president at the time. I don't remember the person's name. You can leave it. Whoever the president, DC Comics, basically initially didn't like the idea because they had already just canceled the book. So why not bring the book? They probably think, why not bring the book back, change a bit, get a little more mild dialogue in there. And she's like, okay, go for it. But they wanted to do a sneak preview issue to basically get the series off the ground. Sort of like what I like to call a comic book version of a backdoor pilot. That's simply what the sneak preview was. A backdoor pilot to an ongoing series. A long-running ongoing series, mind you. But yeah. So, I give this sneak preview a 10 out of 10. It's an awesome start to this series. And in the next episode, I'm going to go over the first 2 issues of this ongoing series. Alright, that's it for this episode. Stay tuned for episode 2, where I will go over 2 issues of the series. So until then, I'll see you there. Bye.